Yo, what's up? It's your boy Karceno here, and we're gonna get into this hood story that was super crazy. And for those who've been asking about the LeBron James voice shirt, we have them. It's already on in the Cavs color. All you gotta go to do is go to Teespring and type in LBJ voice, and it pops right up. Boom, front and back. Boom, LeBron James voice. Oh yeah, it's ready for purchase. LeBron lose chips all the time, B. He be alright. He suck, right? LeBron James voice. So there it is. The LeBron James voice shirt's already out. Ready for purchase. Cause LeBron do lose chips all the time, B. Now, let's move forward with the hood story. Now, this is a story about Raymond. Okay? And his fiance at the time, Melissa. So get ready, because this is finna get wild. Now, what's good, bro? You want to strap in for this one? It's finna go down. Now listen. Raymond and Melissa. They met at a place called Rocky Vander's. Okay? The band was playing, this guy was playing in a band, and he had a friend named Raymond. Now, Raymond and I know each other from work, because I worked with Raymond. And while me and Raymond was at work, we used to order food, go out, chip in on the food on the weekends, go to the bars called Gators, hollering at chicks, coming up in the game, laughing, having a great time. Now, what's up, Mr. Norman? Great to see you. Now, Melissa she worked at I forgot what they call it, appraisers or something like that. They do some type of appraisal work. Live from Japan. Konnichiwa. Boom. Look at what we got now. The LeBron James voice shirts. And you can get it delivered in Japan. Go to Teespring, type in LBJ voice, and get your shirt. So anyway, Raymond was a guy that, was flirting with everything that moved, so he met her at the bar. It was just another chick. She was there with her girlfriends, Melissa, and all her little girls from work. They saw Raymond. He hit up on her. Long story short, too late for that. They hit it off. So they started dating. Going out. Yo, you know the girl from the club, blah, 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 Melissa? Yeah, well, she got a friend and they want us all to go out. Bet. We'll meet them all up there. So eventually I end up smashing one of her friends. It didn't work out. That's another story. Don't need to be a hood story. It's just not a story to talk about. I was really bad at sex that time, and I caught a cramp in my back. Oh, yeah. But in my defense, I was fresh out of a car accident. So that was one of the internal injuries I had suffered. I didn't know until then that I wasn't ready. Couldn't do that move. So that's another story. That's sidebar. Now listen, back to this story. Now, here we go. They hitting it off. Yeah, I had to put that move on the shelf. I couldn't do that no more. My back said, nah. So they're hitting it off. Everything's going good. Now the months are going by. And the days are going by. They're moving each other. Now she's staying over at the house, sleeping over. Next thing you know, they're going from Raymond going out with us. He's going out with her all the time and her friends. You know, the guys, oh, you're going soft. Every time he wants to go out, he wants us to go out with him and her friends. And it's like, ew, can she come? I'll be like, why would we want to bring Melissa? All right, I guess. Let me run it by the other guys. Look, he want to bring, hell no. Okay, they don't feel comfortable with Melissa going. Because I guess they're going to be doing some extra stuff tonight. So I don't think they want Melissa there. So next thing you know, that don't work out. And because it don't work out, other problems develop. Now he's not seeing his friends now. Now he's trying to look to blame. So they have the one big fight during the relationship. Then they make up in about a week later and decide to go all like, we're serious now. So during the serious relationship, they decide they moving in together. Everybody's cheering for him. All right, that's right. We're moving in together. So that fight made them closer, real tight knit. Now that they living together, Raymond is starting to discover things that he never discovered before. His freedom in his household is gone. There's a plant where he never liked plants. They've never really had this discussion before because he never knew that, I guess he didn't know that his girl liked plants. And now here's a plant in the house and he's like, see, these bugs like these plants. And now they coming in here and chewing on. Now I got bugs in the house. So now she's got a plant right where he used to have his hook to put his jacket. Now he's like, man, I don't have that. Now she's like, no, just hang it in the closet. I cleaned that area out, so now you got space to hang your coat up on a hanger. He's not the hang the coat up on the hanger guy. He likes throwing it on a hook, going in there, so his comfort is off. Now it's feeling more like he's got to conform, and he wasn't really ready for it, and things are moving a little bit too fast for good old Raymond. Yeah, so now, Raymond can't really get adjusted to doing things that he used to do, like his getaway and release. So after work, he be asking people, do they want to go out right quick? Yo, when we get out, y'all want to go stop by the bar real quick before we go out? Yeah, just us, the guys. Yeah, we're going to stop out. After work, everybody's like, maybe Friday. We got stuff to do, blah, 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 because people have moved on. See, that's what the relationship guy don't understand is your friends eventually move on. They don't sit there waiting on you to come back. They're not them type of guys. They actually move on with life. And I've tried to explain that to my other friends. I'm not that kind of guy that's going to be, hey, man, where have you been? I don't do that at all. So naturally, what had happened was quite simple. He eventually started talking to this girl at work, laughing at her jokes. She was cute. Not better than his girl, you know. For those who care, you know, she's black and Hispanic, I think, or something like that. Melissa is, you know, he's black. But the girl at work was white, in case you wanted to know. Her name was Sophia. And Sophia and him started messing around. You know, we assumed it, but it became a reality. Everybody like, oh no, they just flirting. He would never do that. So she finds out about Sophia. Melissa drives up there at work, confronts the Sophia chick. In front of everybody at work, they get into a big thing. He almost lost his job. Because the job's like, hey, we can't have this on the property. She assault this girl that works here. You know, that's an assault. That's a charge. This is on work property, even though it's in the parking lot. So it was a big thing. That got mulled over, you know, like, that's over. She took him back. Now, everything's back to normal. He's back being a good guy. They went on a vacation cruise, you know, one of those cruise ships. They go to Miami and take a cruise. They take a picture. They come back wearing matching shirts. Says, I love Cancun. What's up, Andrea Jones? So everything's going back peaches and cream. Now, here's the thing. She's yelling at him now about his house. Now, remember, she moved in with him. They're living together. But now it's more her house than it is his. I went there one time and I'm like, okay, there's a picture of her grandma. There's a picture of this flowery clock. There's a picture of this, I don't know what this thing is. There's a big gigantic plant here. Where's your stuff, dude? Is it all in the room somewhere? Where is your stuff? The couch that he used to have wasn't even there no more. It was a whole new purple, pinkish type couch. Now, I admit his couch had to go. I mean, that leather thing was been there for so long. I mean, she probably threw that out, so I ain't mad that she had the little pink fusion thing. He probably was cool with that too. But nothing in the house resembled him. It looked like a married couple house. It didn't look like a guy's crib no more. It used to be a single guy's crib, which is cool. You know, he's moving on. He's in a relationship. But when I was over there, man, he was like, hey, it was like I had came to visit somebody in prison who you haven't seen in so long. And and they was so happy to see you. They was picking up the phone. And when I saw him, he was like handing me the beer like, hey, man, you came. I was like, yeah, you invited me. Like, I invited everybody. You the only one that came. I'm like, shoot. If I'd have known everybody else was going to bail, I would have bailed too. I would have bailed too if I knew that was the plan. Everybody going to bail and leave me there. Now I'm stuck with this guy who's like in misery. And I'm like, man, Ray, like, how's it been going? Oh, man, it's great, man. Yeah, we finna go, man. Look at this grill, man. We gonna get this thing here. Look, we got the sale. I'm like, sales paper? He's showing me sales papers. I'm like, what? Dude, he's gone. This is a guy that used to show me the girls in the magazines. He's showing me sales papers. Lawn and garden. We finna get a whole new patio set. I'm like, really? Sounds amazing, dude. You're right. He's so far gone. So at this point, the game's over. I leave. And they got a house out near Lake in the Hills. Lake in the Hills, Illinois, for those who want to know. So we pack up. I drive back. I hit Randall Road. I come all the way back down the road, and sure enough, an argument kicked off like about 30, 40 minutes after I left. Melissa's like, I don't like his attitude. He really didn't say too much to me. He didn't tell us, like, he didn't say, "Ooh, your place looked nice," and nothing. He just came in, he brought some food. I mean, I don't think he likes me. Oh, God. So they got in an argument about, do I like them or not? I don't think, and remember, he dated my friend, and you know, he never really called her back, and he was mean. So basically what she was trying to say was, don't invite him back to the house, because she could smell the single on me, and she don't want him to get any ideas. So he didn't show up to work on a Monday, which is very shocking for him. Him and myself, we all cherish going to work because that's how we got paid. You go to work, you get paid to go to work. So we're like, okay, where's he at? This don't make any sense. Next thing you know, they're like, oh, well, we had a problem. You know, his car didn't work, and he had to go over here and get it fixed. So he came back, and I thought he was in a car accident. He had a bandage, like, over his eye. And I was like, what happened? He was, man, I had to take off work because I made up this story because we got into a fight. Like, what? Yeah, she found the number to this old girlfriend. I was like, man, I slept with her a couple of times and broke up with her. And I ain't seen that girl in months. Like, you know, this was early on, and she mad about that. It's like, dude, this was years ago, and, you know, I ain't seen this girl in, like, months, and it was an old number I forgot to delete. And she found that and was like, I don't care how long it's been. It shouldn't have never happened. He was like, babe, you've already forgave me for all that stuff. I ain't cheated since then. This is way back then, but you never told me. So it was a big fight. He was like, man, it's a big fight over nothing. We finna argue and sit down and talk. Man, I'm getting tired of this. So, once again, she jumped on his throat. So he's being a good dude. He got the lawn and garden set. Had a big barbecue party in the backyard. Got on one knee and proposed to Melissa 6 months later. We all at Lake in the Hills, and then my buddy did something stupid. He gonna sit there and think I tried to talk to his woman. And that's not even his woman. Oh my God, that's sidebar. Sidebar, we're gonna get back to the story too, but sidebar. At this party, my buddy and his girl, he moved away. She's mad that he moved. He had to go. He's like, look, I need to go, and, you know, this is for my career. I gotta go, you know, and go here and start this life and do this and that. And, you know, I'm gonna come back and see. She was like, well, I'm not gonna wait for you. And she's like, if you don't, like, she's like letting him know, like, she's gonna sleep with me or something. You know, trying to use me so he would get jealous. So I would show up places, she would just call him. And then would hand me the phone like, oh, look who I'm here with. And I'd be like, hey, what's up? He'd be like, what's going on? What y'all doing? I'm like, nothing. I just showed up here. I just got off work. What's going on? Not knowing she's trying to make him jealous miles away. So when he came home and she was with him and they see me, he approached me with all this just out the blue, like she ain't interested, bro. I'm like, what? What in the world are you talking about? It was like out of left field. And then my other boy had to grab him and I'm like, to get his mind right, like, what is going on with you, dog? Like, I don't want her. So anyway, yeah, it was crazy. Like, dude, this chick, like, if I wanted her, I could have had her like twice. And then after that, I could have had her too when we were in Vegas. That's another story. Another story. Another sidebar. Sidebar over. So anyway, proposal goes down at Lake in the Hills. Proposal goes down at Lake in the Hills. Right. So everything is bliss. She said yes. They're engaged. So now they're going through the thing. They're doing the lawn and garden. And she's like, okay, well, we need to plan our wedding for next year. Next year rolls around. It's not the right time. He ain't ready to do it. So she's like, okay, well, we should have a September wedding. I always wanted to get married in September. So I told them, because my friend got her vacation time. So I was looking at, I think we should set the date for September. He was, I don't know, because our money ain't going to be right. Maybe we should, let's do it in February next year. February going to be cold and all that. He was like, yeah, but think about it. We can go out of town on our honeymoon. So we'd do that. Well, she's like, well, let's try April. He was like, all right, April. 2 years later, past the April date, they didn't get married. So it's 2 years later. So she stopped asking. She's mad. He knows she's mad. So he's like, man, this wedding that she want is going to cost a fortune. Because she got like 7, 8 people standing up. Now I got to get 8 people to be on my side, all my boys. Then, this church, and then, her daddy and her mama ain't got that kind of money. And now I got to come out of my pocket. And don't her daddy supposed to be paying for this? She supposed to be paying for all this wedding. So all of this is going on. He started taking up to get more money to save up for the wedding, which he was going to marry her. He was planning a wedding on Christmas. He was like, I'm going to just do a surprise wedding. He was like, I'm going to start working these doubles. So he started saying, man, can I get double shifts and do 14s? And he was like, you want to do 14s? He was like, yeah, it was 8-hour shifts. They make you take an hour off, for labor laws. So he had to do 14. So they started letting him do 14 hours a day. And he come in from first shift and third shift or whatever. And they let him take the hour lunch, then clock back in. So he was doing 2 shifts. And she was mad as hell that he did this without talking to her. You took 2 shifts without talking to me? How dare you do this? I can't believe you would do that. You just so inconsiderate. And all of her insults just got more evil and dark. Like, she was just talking to him. You're nothing. I should have never attached myself to you, but now it's too late. I'm stuck. So, I mean, really, I'm like, man, Melissa ain't never used to be like this. All these years in. So he went to Michigan because that's where his family's from. So he was like, yo, I'm going to go to Michigan this weekend. He's like, nah, she's going to be at home. I'm going out to Michigan and all this and seeing my family. Went to somebody's party. He all on MySpace posting pictures from the party. They got the Michigan shirts on. They hugging family, playing cards. He come home. The whole house is empty. There's a couple of boxes that was there that said like knives. The whole house was empty. It had like knives, living room and all this stuff. And he's like, what's going on? So there's a letter He picks up the letter because he was thinking he got robbed. Then he saw the letter. He knew. He's like, oh, you got to be kidding. So he sit down and Raymond starts reading the letter. And the letter starts off with, I'm sorry. I tried to talk to you, but there's been no talking to you lately. It's obvious to me that you don't want to marry me. So here's your ring back. And I've been seeing a guy named Jason. And me and Jason have been dating for 2 months now. And I see he has more of a future in mind with me than you ever will. Now, they have been engaged for 2 years. They have been living together for about, 4, maybe 5, and dating for that long. So this has been a 5-year journey. He was planning on marrying her. He was working to save up the money. He was going to surprise her, but he was going to marry her that year. So she moved out of his house because it was his place. Now, he's like, oh man, I can't believe this happened. But you know what? It's whatever. You know, I can't believe she did it like that. She should have had the balls to at least tell me about it. So he was cool with it. You know, he came to terms with the situation real quick. He was like, man, now my money I'm spending on my double, I'm gonna have to use that on rent. She was helping out with her half of the rent. Dang. So now I'm like, all right, my boy's back. Now he's thinking smart, because that's the first thing he should have been thinking about. So now I'm like, all right, he's back. He's thinking clearly, he's focused. Then it happened. He had to get the key. So she had to give her set of keys. He talked to her on the phone. They had a conversation, and the conversation was great. He's like, you know, I was going to marry you this year. And all that. She was, no, you wasn't. He's like, I was. That's why I was working the double and everything. But he's like, you know what? It's probably for the best. She was like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad you think so. I thought you was going to take this harder. He's no, I'm good. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to just swing by your job. You can give me the key. And everything is cool. She's like, oh, okay. She had no problems with giving him the key because of his calm demeanor. He was really cool with everything. Then he didn't show up when he was supposed to because he's BSing. So by the time he got there, he sees her with Jason. Now there's going to be a problem. She goes and gets the key, and next thing you know, she's, oh, Jason, this is my ex, Raymond. He goes, hey, how you doing? Jason. Jason is tall, 6 foot tall, short, blonde hair, blue eyes. Nicest guy you ever want to meet. And Jason's white. And this, for some reason, was the boiling point that turned this into a psychotic human being I've never seen before in my life. He didn't care that his girl was cheating. His main dilemma out of this whole thing is Jason is white. Out of the whole dilemma, his whole thing just went numb off the fact Jason was white. He saw Jason, he got the key and just turned away and walked off. He got in the car, he called me, he called everybody. I think, man, she dating this white guy, man, named Jason. This dude, yeah, he's white. Yeah, he's some surfer looking dude. What does she like in him? Oh man, he was ticked off. And Jason was like, yeah, he didn't seem too happy. So, right away, he knew he wanted to have a talk with Jason. He kind of punked out, he felt at that moment, but, plus he had to get revved up by the other brothers at the job. Oh, you can't let her play you like that, son. Yeah, son, you got to show him what time it is. Show him it's real in the field. You put years in over there. He just going to walk in. That's how the white dudes do, man. They take your job. They just come right on in. You be there for years, man. You going to let them do that to your woman? So, yeah, the brothers got to working on him. So now he's revved to go. They didn't put the cables in him. So he was at work steaming. So when he got off work, it was showtime. They were like, you going to work a double today? Not today, sir. I'm going home. They was like, okay. I'll tell Tom you're not working a double. Yeah, screw Tom. I got business to take care of. Called her on the phone. He was like, yeah. I was a little tripping earlier. Calm! Yeah, I was tripping earlier. It just caught me off guard when I saw him for the first time. So, yeah. Now, this guy, yeah, did you meet him at work? Like, where did you meet this guy? Because I'm concerned. You're somebody I lived with for 5 years. I want to make sure you're okay. I mean, where's this? I don't know anything about this guy that you're with, and that makes me nervous, because I don't know anything. I just want to make sure you're safe. She was no, he's not like that at all. No, he don't work with me. He works around the corner, down street at this job and blah, blah, blah. He works at this. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, all right. Well, you seem to know a lot about him. Yeah, it's been 2 months, and I should have said something, but now it's okay. Hey, I should have paid attention. All right. Yeah, good. Yeah, her stupid self gave me all the info. He works at this place. He gets off at this time at the lunchtime. We got to go see him. Now he knows where he works. Went right there, knew where he works. She's giving him the information. So, it's time to go visit Jason at work. So he goes up in there. He sees Jason. He's like, hey, man. I'm going to let everybody know up in here. Jason's stealing people's wives. Yeah, that boy up in here, yeah, he's stealing people's wives. That's what he do. He came in my house and messed up my household. Where your boss? No, don't talk to me. Sit down, Jason. Sit down, Jason. Where your boss? Where your boss? Yeah, you getting fired. Yeah, you getting fired. Yeah, you finna get up out of here. You getting fired. Yeah, he came up in my house and took my fiance. That's what you gonna do? Come up in my house, play me while I'm out of town? You sleeping with my girl? Ooh, you getting fired. So he all up in their job, right? They call the cops to get him out. I ain't going nowhere. Call security, call the cops, call everything. He gotta go. He leaving with me. Jason getting fired. He's talking to this guy, he's disgruntled. He's my girl. She ain't your girl, dog. That's my fiance. Hit a ring. This is my fiance. She mine. Look at these pictures. See that? Look at the pictures. Man, get that picture off your desk. Man, he take the picture from him. Hey, you better get off me, Jason. You better get off me, Jason. Crazy. Yeah, he getting fired. So he's sitting there waiting for the cops to come. He's like, yeah, you getting fired. We gonna sit right here. The cops come and they come Raymond like right away. Man, what the hell? Yeah, he wouldn't leave, sir, and he was threatening security. He's threatening an employee here. Yeah, he's the ex-boyfriend. That's my fear. Oh, y'all taking me to? Oh, wow. I'm gonna be seeing you, Jason. That's a threat. Sir, you shouldn't be making threats while in custody. So he down there getting processed. He getting arrested. He going down there. So she finds out about it, that he came down there. She apologized. Oh my God, I'm sorry. He had talked so calm and stuff. He's like, he wanted to know, like, okay, he was playing me. Oh my God, I'm so stupid. You okay, honey? rubbing on Jason. Ooh, wee. Raymond couldn't take it. So Raymond got out, called up his cousin from Michigan. Yeah, man. Yeah, this white guy, man, he took my girl, man. Took him, yeah, when I was up there seeing y'all in Michigan, yeah, he was out here doing this and that. What? Well, I'm taking the bus. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm on the Greyhound. Come pick me up. Hey, next thing you know, his cousin come there. His cousin comes into town. Tell me where he at. He works right there. Which one? That guy? Watch this. Sir, can you help me out? I'm trying to get directions. Sure, where you want to go? Bow! Hit Jason right in the face. Jason drops, blood's pouring out his nose. Look at that, cuz, I got him leaking. I got him leaking, cuz, I got him leaking. Jumps in the car, they pull off. Security cameras capture Raymond's car with an assailant coming out punching the guy. The cops go to Raymond's house, arrest Raymond again, and charge him for assault. Now he's charged for an assault. He's like, I didn't hit nobody. Your car was there, sir. I don't know who came out of your car, but they assaulted the man that we just arrested you from just a week ago. And then there's your car. He gets in that car, that vehicle. He gets in the passenger side and drive off. So whoever this gentleman is, we can barely make him out. But that's your car, so you're getting charged. Oh, man. The cousin went back to the bus station. He was like, it's hot. I'm going back to the bus. I'm getting up out of town. I had already punched him and busted his stuff. So now that he's been assaulted at their hands, there's a trial coming up. And he's pressing charges. He's got to pay his doctor bills, the days he missed off work, and he went there. His lawyer was laying it in. He's terrified, Your Honor. He wants a restraining order put on this gentleman. He's got PTSD now. He doesn't know about going to work. He's been working from home, and he's scared to go back to the facility because this gentleman knows where he works. And he's coming up there to the job harassing him. So he convinced the wife, his new girlfriend, Melissa, to go in there, and both of them got restraining orders against him. He can't come around within 200 feet of them. Now, the place that they would all go that I talked about, Rocky Vander's, went to Rocky Vander's. He can't go there no more when she's there. Now, her and Jason be at Rocky Vander's, and that's his hangout. He can't go in if they're there. So he was like, man, you know what? Screw it, man. They done messed me all up in the system. The job talking about firing me if I get one more complaint. You know what? I'm just moving on, man. I ain't even thinking about her no more. So that was his plan. He was upset, man. She just want to go on. She's a sellout. You a sellout. Now, this is what kills me. This is a guy who was sleeping with white girls, black girls. The Sophia girl from work was white as you could ever see with beautiful blonde hair. He was nailing that. It was all good for him. But when she got a white guy, it's been hell on earth. So, he moved on. So, they go out to Rocky Vander's and do all this stuff. Next thing you know, they have a break-in at their house. This is way months later. There's been a break-in at the house. All the jewelry. They went straight to the bedroom. They didn't take nothing like TVs, VCRs, nothing. They went straight there in the bedroom, took jewelry. Took straight jewelry, anything that they could find jewelry and broke out. This dude had like DVDs, big screen TV, all this state of the art stuff, and they like, man, they didn't take none of it. This was personal. They even threw like all the female clothes, just threw them all over the place. And she's like, wait a minute, I'm missing, I'm missing weight. Like, oh my God, my favorite dress is gone. Out of all my dresses, who would know my favorite dress? Who would go through my clothes? They didn't touch nothing of his. They went through my stuff. Sure enough, cops show up at his house. He ain't at home. He ain't at home. So yeah. He's like, bruh, yeah, he ain't at home, dog. So he ain't at home. Cops is waiting on him to come home. He's at a buddy's house drinking beer as his alibi. No, he went to another buddy of mine's house. And the cops, they come by every 30 minutes. They ring the bell, see if he's home, and then they'll leave. So they waiting for him to come back. So he comes back, right? And he's acting like, whoa, where were you at? I was at my buddy's house drinking beer, watching the game. Look, we all on the internet. We're on MySpace. He's with a beer like, see, it ain't me. So anyway, Raymond's like, man, I hope they catch the guy who did whatever he did. So that's like, all right, well, we got to bring you in for questioning anyway. They go down there. So what time you got in the place? I got over there to watch the game about 10 o'clock. And he was like, well, the break-in happened at this time. And you say you got to the house around, break-in happened about sometime around 8:30, 9 o'clock. And you say you got there around 10, right? So that gave you plenty of time to do the break-in and get over there. Oh, well, he's like, I was at my house. And then they stayed further over, so I just went straight there. You can call my buddy, he'll give you the alibi. You know, back it up. So the buddy got in there, they asked him, like, so, he was with you at, like, what time he come in? 9 o'clock? 9 o'clock? Yeah, he got in 9 o'clock. Yep, right at 9 o'clock. That's the time he got here. Because the game started at 9. No, it started at 8, and he came a little late, so he got here at 9. So you sure it wasn't 10 o'clock? Oh, no, he had been here way before 10. So, no, it was way before then. Because he said he got here at 10. Oh, he said that? Well, maybe it was 10. I don't remember. So now his buddy don't know. He's like, okay, well, let's get this straight. Who was playing? I think it was the Bulls and, man, who was they playing tonight? My man is all messed up. It was the Bulls and, man, who was that team? They couldn't remember. They couldn't remember who was playing. So when they searched the crib, they didn't find nothing, of course. They didn't find nothing over there. So now that they interviewing this guy, they was like, well, now that we interviewing him, you know, he was the alibi guy. Let's ask him some more questions. Sir, you don't mind if we, you know, look around, because this is an investigation. You ain't got nothing to hide. So you don't mind if we look around. No, knock yourself out. Sure enough, they going around, they don't find nothing. And he was like, all right, well, let's look in the trash outside. They look in his trash outside. There's the woman's dress. There's the... There's a woman's dress in there. There's some other personal items. He took like all the underwear of the dudes. It's all in a bag, balled up and thrown in the trash at his buddy's house. They didn't have the jury in there. So they told the buddy, they was like, what is this? He was, sir, you're going to go down. not him. You're going to go down. You're going to go to jail for breaking and entering. Your family here. This is your house. You're going to lose all this. Man, I didn't do nothing, man. I just drove him up to the house, man. That was all I did. I drove him up to the house, man. I told him it was crazy. I don't know. He said he got a key. He was going in there to get some stuff, man. I don't know what he was doing. And he said, man, look, I was here at 8 o'clock. That's all you need to tell him. And I don't know what he's doing, sir. He's like, okay, well, you ready to testify to that in court? Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready to testify. Yes, Your Honor, I'm ready to testify. He told the dude he ready to testify to cop. So they take him down to the station and get him questioned. They arrest Raymond. Raymond gets fired from the job immediately. They was like, that's it, he's fired. He doesn't work here no more. Raymond's fired. Raymond is locked up. He's like, yo, man. He's like, I got a $50,000. He's like, I got $50,000 bond. The judge don't like me. I told him it's the heat of passion. My lawyer's finna get the heat of passion because my fiance, this guy that took her from me, it's all the heat of passion. So I could get the heat of passion because she was cheating. He was saying, I got to play that angle, the mental stress. They finna have a shrink come in here, the doctor. I'm going to trial. So she calls me my job. I'm finna sue Jason. It's all going down. I was like, man, Ray, you destroying your life for this woman, dude. It's over. Just move on. So now he's talking about the heat of the passion thing. His lawyer's trying to push this on him. So anyway, he ended up getting out on bond. And he'd been in jail for about, he was in jail for a couple months. Then they decided, you know what? He been in here a while. Let's let he said, got to do something. I don't blame him. Yeah, so they said, well, you know, he did the passion. Plus, he said he gave her that jewelry. She didn't want to give it back. And he's like, no, that's a lie. That's all. He never bought me no jewelry like that. Only thing he got me was the ring, and I gave it back to him. It's a lie. So he came up with this heat of the passion thing, and they were going to trial, and I don't know all the details of the trial. All I know is the heat of the passion thing. He's like, I had a female judge, that bitch. She wasn't even looking at us in the courtroom. She hated my lawyer. My lawyer called her a bitch. I was like, oh, man, that's not a good thing. If your lawyer's calling her a bitch, that's not a good way to help you. You should have fired him right away. You're not going to fare well in that trial. No, he ended up getting community service. He had to do, they gave him 60 days and he had time served because he already did 30. So she actually did him a favor. Really, he got off. Really, he got it's on his record. The restraining order was reinforced. Everything, he got to stay away. And then what he ended up doing is he got banned from the town. He can no longer go to Lake in the Hills. He can't be in that town. Lake in the Hills, Illinois. Can't be over there. That was one of the first times I realized you can get banned from a town. My other buddy got banned from a town, but that was for stabbing people. He stabbed like 2 different people in 2 different towns. He was banned from 2 towns. Like, he couldn't even drive through these towns. That's how bad it was. They like, we pull you over, and you're in our town, we are locking you up. Hey, Xanax, man, don't do it. Xanax and liquor, crazy. But that's a sidebar. Oh, yeah, he was crazy. He was going. I did the hood story on that already. Yeah, the soda's the only thing keeping me up right now. I'm going on fumes. So anyway, moral of the story is, I mean, she ended up getting married with Raymond. They got kids. Melissa and Raymond. I mean, Melissa and Jason. They got kids together. He did marry her. They moved, and he doesn't work at that place no more, and she does. She still does her thing, but now she works downtown. Oh, well, you good, Mr. Norman. Everybody else gonna be passed out. So now she's got kids with him and everything. They're together. Now Raymond, no, not me. Now Raymond, he ended up he's living with a Mexican girl, I think. They got a little girl together, and where is he at now? I don't really talk to him that much. Uh, like once he stopped working there, that was our connection. I know him from work. I never really went to his house and hung out with him all the time. Now that we didn't have the work connection, it was like he was just drifting away. Plus, he was gone to jail by the time we knew anything. He was already gone in jail. So he went from he ain't show up to work today, he's fired, jail. Oh no. He's got some Mexican girl. I saw him one time. I saw him since then. I saw him years later. He's like 240 now. He's like a big fat dude. I'm like, my goodness, dude. Yeah, man, it's me, Raymond, man. What's up? What's up, Raymond? But I think he's what did he say he was working? Jesus. He's still doing some like machine shop stuff, man. I don't know where he said, but yeah, he's got some Mexican girl. He showed me a picture of him and their daughter. And he's like, yeah, man, I was crazy, man. I was young, man. I was crazy, man. I was crazy, man. Yeah, you know, she still want to get up with me, man. She realized that white boy ain't nothing, man. She want me. And I'm like, she don't want you now. I'm like, dude, you like every bit of 260 pounds. She don't want you. You ain't gonna go over there and be stealing nothing. Now you gonna be eating up everything in the house. I'm gonna go over there and eat up all their food. They ain't gonna starve. I'm gonna eat it all up. I'm like, yeah, it's the way to go. Man, nah, he was huge. Like this dude was like Snoop Dogg. That's how he used to look. He's tall, and he was more like Snoop. So imagine somebody like Snoop end up looking something like Dr. Dre back when he was in back in his NWA days when he was the Niggas for Life album. He was just swole. I'm like, man. Yeah, he was Fat Dre then. So seeing him like that was like a shock. But then that Mexican girl he with, you know, she was probably whipping up some meals. Melissa wasn't probably cooking like that. That Mexican girl was whipping up the meals. She was like, here you go. Rice and beans, some mole. He like, good Lord. She just keep cooking. And I keep on eating. And it's fire. I got a 4-course dinner for lunch. What I'm supposed to do? Stop eating? Shoot, you see, he probably put a ring on that one real quick. He got a baby and everything. Like, I couldn't move after eating, so there wasn't nothing to do. I just took my clothes off right there and started having sex. I couldn't move. I was stuffed. You ain't kidding. He went from Snoop to Big Pun. That's a good example. Man, that story was almost 1 hour long. I got another Tupac video coming out tomorrow, so y'all should enjoy that. I hope y'all enjoyed the one today. Hope you enjoyed the hood story enough that you can, click the link in the description box and leave a donation. I'm thinking, what album versus album should I do? I'm mad the player I had went off today in fantasy football. And I didn't pick him up because I got distracted making videos from y'all. And I was mad today, so I got. I knew he was finna go off today. Peace out, man. Enjoy Japan, man. Japan is wild, man. It's crazy. We was talking about it last time. It's probably evolved a lot since the last time I seen it. You know me, I just ate at Burger King. I refuse. I refuse to try something new. I'd be like, it's moving and they eating it. Somebody needs to kill that. Put it on the grill for a while till it's black. Then somebody needs to eat it. First, they gotta clean that. That thing is moving and they eating it. What in the world are they eating? Oh no. Yeah, but they got a curfew, dog. You know, they lock stuff up at like 11 o'clock p.m. In Japan, bro, they lock it down. Ain't no kicking it to no 2 in the morning. No, 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 no. They have curfew. Everybody goes to bed. He's like, not for me. I'm up in rank. Dog, I'm telling you, in Japan, well, wait a minute, it might be different in Japan because they have hip hop laws. Like for nightclubs have people in there trying to fight to keep the nightclubs open, like the Americans do. Like we want the clubs to be open late, like the Americans. They get to stay open to 3 and 4 in the morning. The clubs be like, heck no, you at 11 o'clock. This thing's over. I think in some clubs they allowed them to go to midnight. That was it. They want to party all night like the Americans do. They was no. Y'all doing too much littering in the streets. The government says no. Yeah, China's like that too. Lockdown. Lockdown. Nightclubs over. Closed. You ain't gonna be out here all night. But it's some places that they open, but you gotta find them. Like they nightclubs is like they're like in the alleys. Like they go down. You can go down some steps and look like an apartment. There'd be a restaurant, and in the back of that restaurant is a nightclub. There's no advertisement for it really at all. You gotta just know it or have the flyer. But you see how much electronics dominate. Like they have technology we don't have or we don't use. Like a lot of stuff over there, you can get it for cheap and then probably ship it over when you're military. Like my dad saw they had a 3D Polaroid camera. And this was back in the 90s. And he brought that to the United States. But he didn't realize there's only one place in the United States that could process that film. They didn't sell it here because it was very expensive here. Their VCRs back then, we had a state-of-the-art VCR. We had one that they used like for the footage on TV. This is in the 90s. This didn't exist then. That VCR could, when you rewind, it goes back like lock seconds. Like you use that on the replay booth with the knob that turns it by milliseconds. We had all of this technology, all from Japan. My dad would load up on it. And you look at all this tech like, man, we ain't got nothing like this at home. Even the billboards that they got, all electronic. Because electronics that's their thing, is technology. You know, they love that tech. So it's all about gaming out there. If you play video games, you think you ready for them? The speed of their games are way past America's speed. We have a limit that they put us on because they think we're going to have epileptic seizures, the Americans. So there's a country rating on how fast something can be processed for our viewership. Everywhere else in the country is different. Japan, they play with the speed all the way on 100. That's like us playing Madden. I mean, like James Bond and all those games, Halo, and you could turn the speed up on those games. And all the real gamers would turn all the speed up because they knew that around the country, that's how other people play, with the speed all the way up. And it seems ridiculous, but if you're not epileptic, I wouldn't do that. I mean, if you are epileptic, I wouldn't do it. But myself, I'm not epileptic, so I can deal with it. What your brain does, it figures it out and slows it down. At first, it's fast. Right, that's normal speed for them. And now it became normal speed for us. We couldn't play. Everything else was super slow to us. When you put it on normal speed, I'm like, oh, gosh. I ain't played like this. This is slow. Right, because you play on fast, your brain slows it down. You keep seeing it for so long. At first, it's like, oh, my gosh, it's everywhere. Your brain focuses on the way the game plays, and everything slows down. You're like, okay, it's normal now. You zipping through the rooms, your brain automatically slows it, and your brain gets adjusted to the speed. That's what your body normally does. It adjusts to things. So if you're driving fast in the car, your body will get adjusted to the speed level that you're going. So in Japan, a lot of the things are on fast because that's the way they move. Everything is fast and put up on a high speed. They're quick to process the information. So when it's slowed down here in America, it feels like, oh my gosh, they can't take it almost. That's why the majority of their money they make is internet cafes. Internet cafes, smoking, cigarettes, and everything else, they will OD on that stuff. They will play games for hours. They go to work and they get home to get on the internet cafe so they can play all day long and smoke cigarettes, chain cigarettes, smoking cigarettes, and people selling fish on the streets. Welcome to Japan. Anyway, I'm out. Thanks for listening. Good night. Don't forget to click the link in the description box. Leave a donation. Thank you. All right, Aunt. You was rolling with me the longest, I think. Mr. Scott. Somebody tell Thomas Felton the video he's been hounding me for is up. with Tom Brady versus Joe Montana.